What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. Also, this video is brought to you by my own music because I don't do any sponsorships on here, so I'll just go ahead and shill my music. Put a new song out, or released a new song last week called By Your Side. Would appreciate if you guys go check it out. It should be available anywhere you listen to music. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the video here. What I want to cover is the fact that I am already starting to notice SPS rewards creeping up. Now, keep in mind, there is a 15-day or rolling, 15-day rolling kind of way that the rewards smooth out, or the reward pool smooths out over time. So I'm expecting this to actually get a little bit better, but the early signs are very positive already. It's only been maybe 2.5 days since we've had the voucher trade, essentially a voucher for energy trade shut down. And you're starting to see that the pool has a lot of SPS for folks that are willing to participate, right? So you can see here that I am earning 6 SPS per win now. Let's go down here. Yeah, 5.7, 5.3. I was below 5, right? The only time I would get above 5 was whenever I had, maybe like a bunch of gold foil cards or a bunch of promo cards. So I can already see a 20% lift, maybe 20, 25% lift for me, especially if as I'm going higher now, I'm going to start getting 6 SPS. But also, the other thing that's difficult to quantify here is I recently just rented out 100,000 SPS, right? So like 2/3 of my SPS, I just rented out. So now I have less of a multiplier, and therefore I know that what my earnings are should technically be higher if I had the same multiplier, because I'm not comparing apples to apples. It's apples to oranges since I have 2 different multipliers here. But let me show you something. In case you are still not convinced, let me show you something else. So we'll go to Vuctus here. Shout out to Vuctus, who I believe is the top holder of SPS once again. And at the top of the leaderboard for Wild, and you can see he is winning 42 SPS, 44 SPS, 42, 44. These numbers were not seen before in Wild format, okay? The highest that I would see would be like 15, maybe like upper teens, right? Nothing higher than 20. And now the fact that he's essentially like 2x the amount based on that is incredible. Like it's very significant in my opinion, because we are only at the start of this, right? We first cut off the fact that, there's maybe like 25% or so less accounts that are playing in Wild format because of the pricing in DEC rather than vouchers. And with the voucher for energy trade essentially being done, only people who are willing to spend the DEC for that energy are going to get extra energy, right? Or if you have enough glint, you can buy energy, or maybe you open up some loot chests and you get a bunch there. So right now it's tough to tell because the first 3 days of the season still had that voucher trade. And you can see, like for example, for myself, I think I've only gotten 3 energy total in the entire, because I haven't opened many chests, right? So I've gotten 3 energy total, which means that since the beginning, since I keep my energy essentially at 0, I've only gotten 133 battles worth of energy since the beginning of the season, which was 5.5 days ago. So everybody else should be at about 133 battles. But you can see Vuctus is at 600. There's another one at 600 here. Orcus is at 500. If you go further down, there was somebody, Hurricane Lie is at 700. So there were definitely people taking advantage, which means the reward pool was drained early on in this season. And like I said, since it's 15-day rolling, it's going to take a little while for that to start to roll back up. But if we're already starting to see an increase in the rewards, this is going to be a very positive sign. Now, SPS isn't quite at 1 cent yet, right? But what'll be cool to see is for folks that are at the top, and I haven't checked Kestron, but I'm just curious now for another person who's at the top, if they're still earning 28 SPS, 26, 28. Again, that's still significantly higher. Now, I'm not in Modern. I haven't checked Modern, right? So we can see where things are at. But you can tell many folks were not taking as much advantage of the voucher trade here. It just didn't make as much sense. But we'll go to Kazrak. Shout out to Kazrak, who is at the top of the leaderboard now. And see how much they're winning. 46 SPS, right? Which is kind of in line, but you would start to see that come down over time, right? I believe Vet V said the range was anywhere between 30 to 45. Early season starts out well, and things start to trail off. Well, now we're 1/3 of the way into the season, and people are still winning close to, or over 45, close to 50 SPS in some of these battles, which is impressive. So I think that we are still going to see a little bit of an increase. That is fantastic. We'll have to wait and see how all of this plays out with the voucher trade. But again, a lot of that is, sorry, not the voucher trade, but the energy trade with DEC. But that's still going to take a little bit of a price hike for SPS. Now that price hike is not going to need to be as high, and I'll do another video maybe in a couple of days or so once things smooth out a little bit more, because I was targeting like 3.5 cents to do a 2x, right? Meaning that if your win rate is 50% and you're winning 2 times the value of the amount it costs to buy energy, you would do that trade forever, right? Like you would do that trade until the end of time because you come out ahead. You can even you end up earning glint that you can buy more energy for, right? So ultimately that made a ton of sense. Now the fact that people are earning more SPS tokens, right, reduces the target price that we need to be at. But like I said, I want to wait a little bit longer just to see how things smooth out. But it's fantastic to see that even people in Wild are starting to earn competitively now. It's fantastic. And what that probably shows you is that we are seeing very similar amounts of players or maybe battles being played in both Wild and Modern. And that's something that we can track. Well, I'll check Peak Monsters in a couple of days once we have a couple of days more worth of data. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I will catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.